The year before, like 2009, I looked around at my high street and I kind of felt like going to something traditional. I felt like going to a wassail, because the wassail comes before anything grows in the season, and I just wanted to go to one, and I looked at sort of a list of them that were on somewhere, and of course there weren't any in London, because a wassail is done in apple orchards, and there's none of those in an urban space. But then I looked at my high street and I thought, our food source is our local independent shopkeepers, and wouldn't it be amazing to try and combine urban and rural, and also to get people to connect with ancestors that no one knows who is descended from, that was before history was even written down, pre-Christian traditions in England that are still continued in some rural villages.
Brilliant! This is brilliant! So. Yeah, you don't need to repeat everything. Okay. You can all hear me, yeah?
Yeah!
So I've been back in the country for about 5-6 days. I spent 3 months in South Africa.
Woo!
It was amazing.
Woo! Woo!
But I spent New Year's Eve on my own. That's right, it was a profound moment when you are with people you don't really know very well, and they do a countdown, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the whole room just turns away from you. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, and you're there in the centre, and you're just hugging yourself. Can you please give me a Happy New Year? So wait, we're going to do a countdown, okay? So this is going to reenact the whole thing. I mean, England, New Year. Is that all right?
Yes!
Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So much. All right.
La la la.
People are singing. Okay, so I'm going to do this poem. Who here drinks alcohol?
Whoa!
Who here doesn't drink alcohol? Yay! All right, I'm going to do this poem. It's called On Being the Sober Guy at the House Party. I find it awkward telling people at house parties I don't drink. People never respond well. They tilt their head down at the guilt in their can. And then they wait for the least awkward moment to walk away. No one wants to know the person who will remember them the next day. They will tell you about the shame of your night. You won't know whether to apologize or wish you would die. And I've seen people strip deep into the naked night. I know their names. I saw them crawl on the floor and bark. Oof, oof, I'm a dog! Nobody's supposed to be there at these times. Everyone should be drunk, high, or tranquilized. And I remember one boy crying in the quiet corner of one particular house party. I'm ugly. I'm ugly. I'm ugly. He looked like a picture but didn't want to be taken. I soberly walked over to him and gave him a hug. Nobody wants to be hugged by the sober guy at the party. But there he was, crying into my arms, asking why God gave him such big ears. I cradled him and waited for the least awkward moment to walk away. Thank you very much.
I think it's just I hope that people realise, like, there's a lot of people that want to put their money almost literally where their mouth is, and a lot of people speak about supporting local community, but still for the sake of ease will go to the giant superstore. Then the stores will close. Like, so the very simplicity of people coming out and talking about their shops, I hope, and I did find from last year that some people go back and actually shop at those shops and actually get to know those people, and so you build small but strong community links and community appreciation for the work that people do.
Without further ado, I have a poem. It's called Armchair Anarchy. Now, I'm sat on hold to the great consumer god, too mobile. I'm listening to that music that they've specifically chosen to try and make me more docile. But I don't want new contracts or upgrades or bling. I just want them to stop taking money from my account without asking. A process more commonly known as but the guy on the line, well, he's not listening to me. He's like, don't leave us now, Sophie, we'll give you stuff free. Stop! My time isn't free. No, not anymore. If my time was personified, well, then she'd be poor. Putting it about this way and that, prostituting herself to the next bureaucrat, getting fat off the misery of others. Oh, that's it now. I've had enough. Off come the gloves, it's time to fight tough. Let's tear down the system, let's rip it apart. Let's see destruction pierce right through the heart. Let's riot in the streets and burn great big flags. Let's stick two fingers up to all greedy people. Just to try and hold us down. Let's topple the monarchy, we'll wear that crown. Let's see rampant consumerism drown. Oh yes, I'll shout to the sky. But tomorrow afternoon, if you don't mind, because today's my appointment at Sophie and Guy, and it's Saturday night and I want to get hands my cat out about work, box down the rain. But tomorrow afternoon I will come to complain, because I'm an armchair anarchist, that's what I am. I spend my free time creating more spam. I'm an armchair anarchist, oh yes, that's me with my stop-the-wall badge and my widescreen TV. You see, I'll show my support to those kind of smashed cheesy roll. What, the rally's on Sunday? Oh man, I'm gutted, because that's when I do my weekly shop at Tesco. And if I don't get there early, all the good stuff's gone and the parking's a nightmare. It's just wrong. Look, I'll give you a tenner calls with my visa's at home and I can't find my purse, but I'll come on the next march, I promise I will. The one where you shout about foxes being killed. Oh man, I mean, I even like the co-op because I'm an armchair anarchist. No arms dealers help there. I buy all organic and coffee traded fair. I'm an armchair anarchist, I'll do what I can. You can put my name down for a space in the van for the riots on May Day. I'll be there, you'll see. I believe everyone was born to be happy. Look, I've got to go now. I can't stop to chat. I've got a viewing on this really nice flat now. It's got views of the river and it's got great security. So I'm going to move into that one and I'm going to rent mine out and make me some money, and then I'll call the shots and then I can tell my mum to go get lost. Because I believe everyone was born to be free, but starting with me and my rampant armchair anarchy. Thank you for listening.
Oh yeah, just by the interaction, I think as well, like what it does by doing small acts is that that's the only way you can break down prejudice as well. That there's a lot of different communities who have come to live together, who don't know much about each other, probably know more about what boring, overexcited tabloids say about each other. And the only way that we can shift perceptions about each other is by individual conversations, not by a big campaign, like, you know, like the council will be very keen to run like a Diwali festival, like everyone come and celebrate Diwali, but that's not going to get you to actually feel like you know Hindu people. Right. That's going to get you to eat some nice food and light a candle.
Because love deserves our faith, no matter what they say. Love will heal the wounds of a world that we betray. Oh love, oh love. Together we say, oh love deserves our faith. Oh love deserves our faith. Everybody, oh love deserves our faith. Oh love deserves our faith. Everybody, oh love deserves our faith.
Jews, Muslim or ones, Rasta seeks colliding views. Love knows no label, foundations are the same. All nations bound together by the likeness in our games. Within all souls is a shining light. God is love, love is service to all of mankind. Leading the herd, shepherd for the blind. So let's make a difference to those who suffer in the mind. Love is a traffic, no matter what
We don't have any trees here, so we sing to the shots to say thank you.
love will heal the wound of a world that we
I really hope that people see the value in small acts. We're in a culture that is quite obsessed with making a big impact, whether artistically or socially. Lots of people want to be famous. Lots of people see big problems in the world and think that to make a difference they have to combat the big problems with a big act. And similarly, artists often feel that they have to do something unique that has never been done before that will bring them fortune. I don't know. And that's a pressure that's put on people as well. It's not necessarily their fault, but some shifts can only be made by small incremental steps. And I hope that the Wassail shows people that by doing a little thing, they can make a difference that's actually quite a rich difference to the people around them. That just by showing appreciation, they can feel a satisfaction even from that, or by connecting with a stranger, they can feel a satisfaction from that very small act.